This video shows how to scrape data tables from websites using Excel in PCs. The first thing to do is to record the URL of the website. And the website we're using is multiple.com, inflation adjusted S&P 500 tables by year. So we copy this, and now we go back to our presentation, which is right there. I'm now going to follow these steps. Start by opening Excel. And unfortunately, Windows does not allow me to put the presentation side by side with the show. So what we now do is we go to data. Unlike the Excel in Macintosh, the Excel in PCs has a way to grab data from the web. We click on this. A little window should pop up, and now we're going to simply copy the URL, and I say OK. A navigator window shows up. Be patient, it takes some time. So you can see there are some pros and cons with PC and Macs. The Mac, even though you had to write an internet query file, the data download was much faster than the PC. So we just have to wait. So it's telling you that it's gone to this website. If you click on this first item right here, that's just the top over here, which you don't need. What you need is table 0. That's the one that you want. Simply say load. Again, it's going to take some time. It'll get there eventually. Sorry. We're done. Now we have the dates. Again, the first date, we wanted an annual series. But the first observation is not annual. By default, this website always reports the S&P 500 on the last trading day. So I'm just going to delete that observation. And now if you go down, you will notice that we have data going all the way back to 1871. The good news is that unlike Excel and Macs, these values are in fact numbers. So if I just add 1, you will notice it works. And if you want to confirm this one more time, you could say is number, click on the cell, and it's actually true. And now the rest of the process is exactly as you saw earlier. I'm going to now, for the sake of convenience, call this year, which is of course the year from that cell, and the real S&P 500, which is simply equal to the value you see over here. Let's make it look pretty. Let's put a color here. I forgot to freeze the first row, so let's do that. And now I'm going to copy this down. And once again, notice that for years prior to 1900, Excel's date functions and year functions break down. And just as we did in the case of the Macintosh, we solve this problem by noticing that 1899 is 1909 minus 10. Having done this, we just copy this formula down. Oops. And now we have data from 1871 through 2024. What I'd like to do next is, just to avoid any issues, I'd like to copy this, and I'd like to hard paste it someplace else so we can make the chart. Again, there we go. Now we want to sort the data from the oldest year to the latest year. So we go to data, we say sort. It's going to ask you, you have checked off the my data has headers, so it should show you the headers. Here's year, smallest to largest, and we're done. And now, rather than highlighting data from the top to the bottom and then inserting chart, because in that case the chart shows up at the bottom of the screen, I go the other way around. I go from bottom to top and then bring over here, and now I say insert. You can say charts right here, and no worries, right now we can just move the chart to someplace else. It's not moving. Move chart. So I'm going to say chart real S&P 500. It moves there. Save the file. Let it move here. Make it look a bit nicer. As before, I don't need this legend. The axes are not years, so we go to select data. It asks you where the horizontal axis labels are, so it's a little bit different than obviously Macintosh. And so the labels are right there, 1871 through 2024, and then we're done. Just like before, it'll be nice to have it look a bit nicer. So this time around I'm going to change the color. It's a little too blue. Let's use this, and let's cut down the 1 point and make it a smooth line. Having done this, I guess it didn't change the years. Interesting. So let's try again. That's bizarre. Okay, and now we just have to put titles. So we click on the chart somewhere, and it should have a chart tool, chart design, add chart element. Let's do horizontal. Which is here, and then we put primary horizontal, vertical, real, annual, S&P 500, and that shows you how to do this in PC Excel. So I've shown you these steps right here with the use of commands. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, it's hard to kill this beast. It's alright, it doesn't want to somehow get out of this. Oh dear. Go